I'm Estelle Ford-Williamson, and I enjoy coming to Bound to be read books because I find such wonderful books here. I'm also an author. I wrote Abbeville Farewell, a novel of early Atlanta to North Georgia. I now work with people at the Lew Walker Center who are doing their memoirs. These are people mostly from the 60s and mostly African American. And I also work with other groups, like I've worked with kids timing out of foster care using creative writing techniques as a way of improving life skills. This poem is by Robin Kemp. I thought I would read a contemporary Atlantan. Robin has been on the Atlanta poetry scene for a while. This is called New Breast. Mama's got a new breast, and she cries for the old one that her children never nursed. And she cries for the new one that no one ever can. And she cries for the scars that crisscross her breast. And she cries for the skin of her new skinny belly where my brother and I came from, now peering through the hole in her new breast, with no nipple. And she cries for the spiderwebs of blood threading beneath the skin of her new breast that does not feel anything but very hard. It is so hard, she weeps, and it is, and I kneel at her feet and I wrap my arms around her legs and hug them tight because she is afraid for anyone to touch her right side. And her tears fall on my head and she says, I love you. And I say, I love you too. We all do. Everybody does. And I say, you're going to be okay. And I say, you're not going to die. And I say, Daddy won't stop looking at you. And she says, he has been so good. He has emptied the drains, the rubber tubes that are sprouted like parasitic vines that bloom rubber bulbs that fill with the pink sap of surgical drainage. He empties them 3 times a day, each into its own little cup, and he holds each cup to the light, and he judges where the mark falls, and he does not judge, and he dumps the serum into the toilet, and he washes me like a baby. He washes me so tenderly. He is so good. And I tell her she can go to Mardi Gras, and she can go to Bourbon Street. She can stand on the balcony where she stood before she gave birth. And when the college boys scream, show your tits, she can, and they will fall down and worship her grape knockers. And Daddy says he will go out and buy her a pair of tassels, and she laughs, and I say she probably would hit him with one of them. Black tassels hang from the corners of her degrees, everything she gave her right tit for, the trophies of the triumph of her mind over Lamarck's miles of longhorn pastures and petrochemical plants, passports through marriage and motherhood, and tears breaking her crisscross reflection, peering back from the flooded dishwasher through, get out of my study, I don't care if the house is on fire, through battle-scarred bachelor, master, PhD, and the fear she's too late to get tenure. Through her pointed letters, politely demanding amnesty from dictators, never too late for true words, my mama, the Amazon archer who lives forever. I read this particular poem because Robin's put in a great deal of detail about the very harsh reality of breast cancer and about the really ugly times you go through. And I happen to know her mom that she writes about here, and she is teaching on the faculty. She's a wonderful historian. I just think it's a wonderful poem, and it's written in such a creative way with so many expressions that take away from what you might want to say. You know, if you were writing about your mom, you might want to say, my mom rocks. Well, Robin just says it in so many poetic words.